Okay, pocket, I see you.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, y'all?
It's Quinn.
It's Katara.
And today we back with y'all with another video. And today we're gonna talk about how we first met. Yep.
Just do a little story time. Give y'all a little insight on what's, on this. Who's starting?
I'll give my side of how I initially
We're gonna do a little backstory first.
initially came towards her, because we both had situations, not that we was necessarily with the person, but like where they were still like around us, if you could put that and make that make sense. So back in 2019, I was I had my own little situation going on with somebody, but it fell out towards the summer of 2019. It was just back and forth pretty much. You know how they go. To me, it was toxic. But you know how toxic relationships can be sometimes. You should steady go back to them. Or just that person. I ain't gonna say relationship with that person or whatever. And it got old, faded out. And to be real, I'm different. I'm a different type of person. Like, want what they want. I feel like you don't treat me right or do me right, I'm just gonna do me, because if a person doing them, they already showing you what they're gonna do, regardless of them talking and jib-jabbing all day. I had glimpses, and that's what I was saying, social media stuff out there. Sometimes you run across people when, you just browsing around, and at the time, see, this is the type of person I am. Like, I feel like as a man, young boy, whatever you are, what stage you are in your life, whoever sees this, I was talking about a lot of elderly women. Yeah, I have some uncles, some cousins, who showed me some things about women, but like, to truly understand a woman, I had to get close to my grandma, my great granny, my aunties, my mama, my cousin relatives that are females, like sisters to me. I wanted to always understand them, like, why is it that they always be the way they are, or don't like dudes, blah, 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 and this and that. And so that's why I took it upon myself. So it's like, you come correct to a girl, you don't want to be another type of dude she already seen, or had shooter her, this and that, blah, blah, blah. I just want to be myself. So if I come to a female, let's just say in general, I want to approach her and I'm texting 10,000 other girls. That's retarded. Now, the childish side of me when I was younger, yeah, because, when you think you got somebody and then they doing something else like the same other person, it's like, okay, well, I'm finna just be on that too, everybody I talk to. So, but learning and looking back, you hurt people doing stuff like that. Lying to them, keeping stuff from them. Let some people tell you that they love you, but you don't feel that way, what they saying to you, like, you hurt people like that. So I got off of it. Like I said, 2019, I thought, I could work something out with somebody, and it just wasn't meshing. And then, like, other people from my past, like, stick around, watch my stories, watch this, watch that. I wasn't cool with that, because I always feel like I was being watched, or every time I do this, somebody says something else. So, and back on a lot of things, and I seen her a few times on the Snap, on a couple other people's Snap. I don't give out no names. And it's just that I repost her on her story. And I was like, man, we went to high school together. I had my eyes on her, and then I be thinking like our families, like they've been around each other our whole lives, but me and her never do that. So within that, it was like, I knew she had a situation going on, but I already knew the situation she had going on, like what it was gonna be. Because the same type of person she was dealing with, I was dealing with on the back end.
Yeah.
They was doing the same type of thing. They're not the same people, don't get me wrong.
No, what that going on?
It was, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't right. And like a couple nights, I'm gonna be real about mine. because it was getting done to me. I had my eyes on her. I'm not gonna cap. I did. I had my eyes on her. Probably more than I should have. But when I was single, the person that I thought I could talk to, whatever I had going on with it, was entertaining multiple people, stayed in line, and I just wasn't in the place to try to entertain 3,000 girls or this and that. I was done with that. Like, I left that where it was at. And I had made up in my mind if I ever got the time, place of the day, or whatever it could be, to talk to her, I was going to. Because even when I had going on what I had going on, I wanted to then, but it was like, when she got what she going on, and you know, people dealing with stuff, like, you don't want to go burden them with what you want to say, because they are already dealing with enough. And I felt like I would have been another cluck to be like, oh, you ain't boyfriend, this and that, you single, this and that. To me, that's cliche. Like, that's easy to say. You know that's going to be known to say. Yeah. So I let time pass by, and going into 2020, a couple months passed after the first few months. I wasn't talking to nobody, just to myself. I had some stuff I was already dealing with over the years, and I just was like, man, let me get back to me. Let me be myself. Let me be the happy me, the laughing, always smiling me. Because I walked away from that because of things I was going through in life, and it allowed myself. Time came around, and I wasn't talking to nobody, and I felt like I had a gut feeling that she wasn't. I mean, she could have been doing what she was doing at the time. I wouldn't know because I wasn't there. Personally, I wouldn't blame her for what she went through, even if she was. But I was just like, maybe it might be the right time for me to say something. So, April, towards the end of April, going into May, I said something because of a story that she had posted. I kind of felt the same way about her story, you know, because she had a couple stories, like I said, from 2019 to and into 2020 that she had posted, and I randomly started up on, like, why I had my situation going on. Like, I was in a relationship, but I was getting done wrong, if you get what I'm saying. So I wanted somebody for me, and I ended up sliding up on one of her stories, and she responded. So when she responded, something just clicked and was like, try to, you know, keep the conversation going. But I felt within my own self, like, I was just like, man, what I done deal with, listen, she went through and dealt with it. And I didn't know all the details, you know what I'm saying? Because me and her had never talked, but just, you know, people we were talking to, I'm gonna put it like that, in relationships with at the time. Wasn't good for neither one of us. It didn't fit us. So I kept the conversation going with her. And once I did that, I asked, was she single, talking to somebody? And I could tell how she responded, like she had got asked that 3,000 times. Cause you know how dudes be, females, y'all know. They always like to keep an eye on your snap even while you got somebody. First time you cut somebody up, whatever, they trying to pop up. Old flings and new flings, it don't matter. So she responded to me, and I gave her my number and told her to text me. Next thing you know, I look up, bloop, and I got out so Snapchat, texting her, and me and her got to texting each other over the phone, and it led to.
Okay, let me catch up. Cause you took it all the way through there. Like you did right there. So I'm gonna have to start all the way over because he told his side from the beginning, so I'm gonna tell my side from the beginning. So, like he was saying, 2019, the end of it, like around October, November. Yeah, I was just going through some stuff with this person that, you know, I thought I was supposed to be with, and it just really was taking a mental toll on my mental health, and really like taking my focus away from school. And I just really couldn't, that's money. I just couldn't really focus because I was focused on why this person was treating me the way they was treating me. and you know, trying to see if I could do something different. Like, cause that's the type of person I am. I'm a pleaser, like a people pleaser. Like, I like, is there something I'm doing wrong?
I used to be.
Yeah, and I had to learn. I got out of that real quick after this situation. But yeah, I was just like, is something I'm doing wrong or what? And my mama kept telling me, my friends kept telling me, like, I had to realize that it's nothing that you're doing. Like, people just make decisions on their own because of what they want to do. It's nothing that you're doing. And so, yeah, I was going through that. But you know, when you're in a situation like that and you're attached to someone, because like, we both went to school together. Like, we were together, we went to school. So like, my mom was like, that you had an attachment to that person because y'all had jumped into a new position in your life at the same time. Which I didn't understand that either until afterwards. But yeah, so when I was attached, like, you know, you can't really leave a situation physically because you feel like that person's supposed to be there. And that's the situation I was in. Like, I feel like that person's supposed to be there, and even though sometimes I mentally left, and I did mentally leave a long time ago, I never physically left until that person physically left me, which was the problem. So yeah, that was around, it was going back and forth around till COVID started, around COVID. But yeah, I had mentally left about December, around my birthday. Cause it was just a lot of chaotic stuff. I'm not gonna put nobody's business out there or my business, but yeah, it was just a lot of chaotic stuff, a lot of hurtful stuff going on, and I just didn't know how to let go. But I knew I had to, but I didn't really let go till I really had no choice but to. So as far as Quentin goes, I never paid it, like, when I'm in a relationship with somebody, I don't really pay attention to other dudes, like, talking about it. And
I hope you wouldn't at all.
no, not like,
Said, like, talking about it.
but see, this is what I'm gonna say though, like, talking about it only because, like Quinn was saying, I used to put like motivational stuff or like just rants on my story. I used to always be the kind of person, I put a motivational video on there, just kind of speaking some truth to the people who need to hear it, or I type some up real quick if I'm sick of something I'm seeing, like, you know, this type of person I was. And like he said, he would slide up, but he would never flirt with me, he would never come to me, I don't know, kind of stuff like that. He would just slide up and just be like, hey, I really feel what you're saying, on an intellectual type conversation. And I'd be like, yeah, like, you know, we would just have a conversation like that, and that'd be that. It wouldn't even be multiple texts back to back. It'd be like, he say what he say. Yeah, he'd be like, he say what he say, and then I respond back, thank you, appreciate it, and that'd be that. And a few times he did try to throw in there, if you ever need somebody to talk to, but I was ignoring him, just like, whatever. So he did that a few times, but you know, around that time when I was just like sick of whatever I was going through, I did call out to God, like, God, what is really going on in my life? Like, I really didn't know, was confused and really hurt. Like, you know, I really had to be by myself. And like he said, you know how guys are, when they figure out, because I'm not the type to put on my social media single this. So, but when people kind of peep it out, you know, dudes
read through a lot of stuff
that
females do. So pose, repost, we read through that. Yeah, and
he's, like he said, a lot of people kind of knew what was going on in our situation because it was just 5 minutes. But that's besides the point. When people was reading through the lines and dudes was like seeing that I wasn't posting no more, like relationship type stuff, then they would slide up like, hey, you single, this and that. I was getting it so much, like I was so annoyed by it because I'm just like, dang, leave me alone. I really don't want to talk to nobody. That's what I was on. I don't want to be with nobody. I don't want to talk to nobody. So he slid up and was like, hey, are you single? No, then he said, are you talking to somebody? And I already knew what he was gonna say, because again, he slid up on something I had said on my story. It was like a motivational thing or something like that. He slid up. No, I remember what it was. I was rapping. It was a memory.
She had a couple of them. She had a couple videos, but one of them was particularly was a rap that I commented on.
I was rapping, and he was like, "Yo, you should what did you say? You should publish this or something like something like
that's around.
Yeah, something like, cause it was so lame, but I thought I was being funny. And he was like, yeah, you should publish this or something. I was like, LOL, you know. I was like, nah, I'm good. Or I was like, I might think about it. And so then it went from there. And then he was like, but I got a question. And I'm already like, oh, I already know what he's gonna ask me. Like, I done got this question so much. And he was like, are you talking to somebody? And I didn't respond right away. Like I kind of like swiped over. Like I read it and I swiped over, and I wasn't going to respond. Like I was just like, oh my God, I'm sick of seeing it. But some told me to respond. Like someone's like, just give him a chance, you know, like whatever. So I responded back, and I was like, no, I'm not talking to him. And so then he was like, can we text or whatever? And so yeah, that's when he gave me his number and started texting.
And when we started, it wasn't like right away. We was just texting. It was conversing because I was, like I said, we both had our own situations, but mine I had stepped away from a while ago where I had breathing room, so I could be like, yeah, I could talk to a chick and like I'm straight. But yeah, I had my trust issues and stuff like that. But from the jump with her, like I came out the rip about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know your situation, what you had going on.
Well, and the only reason, y'all, he didn't really know nothing. But as far like I was saying, as far as with me and the person I was with before, showed the public eye, they could pretty much put together what's going on. So that's what he said. That's what he means when he says I knew her situation because
I know, and that's why like she said, wow, this is going. Nobody knows what I'm doing. I'm at the woodworks, and like I said, when I asked her and texted her, we conversing, I told her straight up, like, you handle what you got going on before me and you even try anything, because like, I already don't trust people or F with people. Like, I just don't.
And we didn't start talking like, again, neither one of us started talking to each other, really being on it, trying to be with each other, because like he said, we both was just getting out some stuff. You know, he had been at his, like when I said it still takes a toll on you, especially if you're invested into another person, like you need time. So like we was really just on some cool stuff. We wasn't really like, I mean, yeah, we would flirt here and there, but it wasn't nothing like, I want to be with you, that like when we first started texting now. Because we both said that when we first started texting, we was like, I'm not looking for a relationship. He's like, I'm not looking for a relationship right now either.
We ain't looking for one.
He wasn't looking for one.
I wasn't trying to look for one for nothing, but it was really because like the person that I was just with and let our little situation fade, I had told her the same thing. Like, I'm not still in a relationship. Like, I ain't trying to be in one with nobody because it's just too much. And I feel like with generations, it's just different with girls and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, you've been knowing guys since caveman days, how guys were gonna be. With girls, it's a different ball game with younger generations. So with her, and told her about that, and she asked me like how I got over it and stuff, but I was telling her like everybody got their own way of dealing things.
Yeah.
And mine was, you know, when a person goes and show you them their true colors, they already gave you the rainbow. So why wouldn't you take the pot of gold and just walk away and leave them where they at?
Yeah.
And that's what I did.
I do remember.
Like, I stayed away from a lot of people. It was like people I just couldn't trust because I feel like some people just want to know your business. Like, they not asking you questions about you, how you doing. They just want to know your business. And like, so I stepped away from a lot of people. I just stepped back, but I couldn't take it no more. I put time and effort into people where I lost a lot. I lost a lot of myself. And I ain't gonna lie, it kept me away from stuff that I should have been gradually progressing in. And I just wasn't with that no more. And like I said, I wanted to get myself together for somebody that might actually really wanted me to be in my life the rest of my life. So as me and her started conversing more and more and more, it went from that to texting, went to that to calls and FaceTime.
Now let me tell y'all, cause see, I flip on to put these story times into like a series because, yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do our first date on the love. But anyway, like he was saying, yeah, we started doing some FaceTime calls. But this boy,
this man, I'm not a boy no more.
He ain't a boy. This man, he disappeared out of nowhere. And I'm gonna tell this story forever. As long as I'm gonna tell this story forever. He just disappears and like stops texting back, stops calling. And I'm just like,
she had thoughts.
yeah, I came at him like, if you, cause like I said, we him weren't on no like stuff like that, but he was feeling me. You could tell he's feeling me. I was feeling him. Whatever. That wasn't nothing. But first 2 times he disappeared, I texted him. I was like, "Are you talking to somebody else?" And he's like, "No, I'm not talking to anybody else. I just," and he really could never explain it to me. So I was like, all right, whatever. So about the 3rd time that he disappeared. What I mean by disappearing, like we'll text. And around about like 9 to 10 o'clock, he just disappeared. Like, won't text back. And then he'll call me like around.
It'd be late.
Like early in the morning. But I'd be up because at that point in time I had like insomnia, like I couldn't sleep. But yeah, and I know y'all probably thinking like, girl, he was not, but nah, you know, but it's besides the point. So yeah, by the 3rd time I texted him, I was like, I'm just gonna stop talking to you because I don't know what you got going on, but I'm not feeling it. And he was like, no, please don't stop talking to me. He's like, I'm not gonna, he's like, I don't wanna lose you already. He's like, just believe me, just hear me out. So we talked about it, he told me what was really going on. And I was like, okay, well you could've just said that. You ain't had to lie. But
I didn't lie, I just kept it out the light because sometimes some girls don't fool with dudes who sometimes have to dip and dab in the streets because of what they go through. Like I was doing a lot of that in road running, if you know what that means. And I could tell like I was hurting her feelings. But I talked to her and it was hurting me because like I ain't never talked to nobody like her before, so she was there, she called me, even when I went to her at the beginning, she was calling me, waking me up, asking me how I'm doing, stuff like that, so it meant a lot to me. When she said that, like I was like, dang, she gonna leave. Next thing I know, I called her the 3rd night when I got back in. It was late, it was early in the morning, but I still remember because I was tickled to death because she had her little black bunny on, and like her face was like, you could just tell she was just mad, but she was upset. It was like all in one, but it wasn't the type of mad where a person don't want to talk to you. It was a mad like, dang dude, I've been waiting on you all day to talk to me.
Yeah.
This and that, being excited. But then, yeah, you know, we do. So I just told her everything.
yeah, and it was like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Because when he answered, I answered. I didn't remember exactly what I said. He called me, and I answered the phone, and I was like, "What?"
Yup.
And he was like, "You mad at me?" I said, "Yes." And he was like, "Why?" And I was like, "You know why." And I'm about to hang up on him. And he's like, quit playing. I was like, I don't feel like talking to you. Like, I don't want to talk to you. Because I was waiting on him to call me. It was about 9 or 10 o'clock. He was like, I'm finna call, FaceTime you. And he never did. So I went to sleep pissed off. And then he gonna call me like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what you doing? Trying to have a conversation. I'm like,
and I don't want y'all to think it was something like that. Because I had been chilling like that whole time period with my sister, Naija. You know, her and her boyfriend.
Yeah, he wasn't doing nothing. He wasn't doing
that.
nothing shiesty. I had to make sure that.
Excuse me, my brother-in-law, she wasn't gonna be mad, but that's her fiance, her husband.
Yeah, but yeah, he wasn't doing nothing like that. Cause I had to make sure. Cause I was like, honey, I'm not gonna get into another situation like this. I'm not gonna do it. So I checked that real quick. I was like, come on now, what are you doing? Because if you keep doing all this, like I'm finna stop talking to you. Cause at that point, like I was saying, like I was feeling him, but I ain't really had no feelings or nothing. So I really could have easily just been like, you know,
yeah, just been hung up the phone, never talk to me again.
Yeah. So I was just like, come on now.
We talked, sat up and talked. We ended up falling asleep on FaceTime, and that was then like solid for me. Like I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go through with all of this.
Well, we talked till the sun came up after we got through it, because I had been waiting to talk to him all day.
We fell asleep. Like I said, we fell asleep on the phone, like even when he rose up to the morning. Like,
yeah, the sun
all
came
day.
Yep.
Did we hang out that day? Woke up.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's when we started hanging out.
That's when we was the first meet up.
But no, we didn't. We didn't. We was about to, but we didn't. But that's another story. Yeah. We're gonna end it right there. That's basically going into our next tour time. We're gonna do part 2, part 3, however many parts we can get out of this.
But that's been a wrap for today on how we first met Yeah, got to.
Get my dad money.
He had going home. So that's some little oohs and news for you to sip on and eat on. And for all you people who think you know, but you really don't know, stay in your lane. He wasn't around me, he wasn't around her. Don't know what he was doing. Younger dudes, right there. Hey, a real woman in the streets don't go together. You hear me? She got your best interests at heart. And don't let it fall apart if you got one of those in your life. So you make a decision, a big boy decision on that, on how you want to go about that. And I appreciate every real girl out there that holds their guy accountable and be there for him, got their back. When don't no dudes do it, you know that. I appreciate you. Because we need girls like y'all in our lives. Because we wouldn't be the men or young boys who aren't to men that we should be. So thank you. We thank y'all for watching this video today.
Love y'all. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.
And we will see y'all
in the next
next
video.
video.